introduce yourself and the small one.
My name is Bennett Candy. This is Phoebe Candy, my littlest one. Of two, it's not like I have a gigantic brood. Gigantic for my age, I suppose. Hush, little girl, you're okay. We'll send you to see Mommy in a minute. Yes, that's my name. And part of the question is, why am I doing this, right?
Yes.
Yes, that's the other half of that question. So I'm doing this interview as part of the little gurgling girl. It's part of the fundraising effort for our Extra Life adventure. I think is really the only good way to describe it. We are going to be playing Dungeons & Dragons for 24 hours to raise money for a couple of different institutions that are providing healthcare for children. The one I'm raising money for specifically is the Chio Foundation, which is operating in Ottawa and other parts of Eastern Ontario. I know I visited it at least a couple of times when I was a kid. Pretty much any child who grows up in Ottawa has to, and having it there is a huge boon and a blessing, and I'm really eager to turn my weird obsession with Dungeons & Dragons to what seems to be objectively a good cause, an unimpeachably good cause.
We play D&D together. How long have you been, what's your
I've been playing D&D as long as I've been playing D&D with you. There is a specific time, which is like a tweet that I sent out in response to a tweet Jasmine sent out about starting a campaign, a D&D campaign, because that was the moment at which I first went, oh, Jasmine is like doing something creative and I can be a part of it and it will be like a really intimate storytelling experience. I want to be on board with that. The character I ended up coming up with was like a very old, very wizened, but like super tough abjuration wizard, like a little old lady grandmother wizard who spent her life focusing on defensive magic to help defend her tiny like logging town against supernatural threats in the nearby dark forest. And now in her old age, with her children grown up, she's like decided to basically go see the world and probably meet her death in some exciting way. But like just tough as nails. Like I chose the resilient feat for her varied human feat so that she would be canonically like withstands anything, can't be phased.
I've seen worse than this.
She is like
from my kids.
But yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Do you have anything else you'd like to say in terms of like stuff you're excited for or worried about?
I'm just excited for everything. Like, I mean, I've done my session 0. I'm excited for the session 0 while I get to play my wizard and see what Andre's DMing style is like. So that will be fun. And just everything excites me. I'm very happy. I'm excited to share the miniatures that I've built for all the players.
They're super great.
I'm excited to actually have some access to the book and have like some knowledge of what more minis I need to build for monsters, which is just, that's very overwhelming. I'm definitely facing the challenge of building Lego minis for a campaign on the fly with some trepidation, but it's also very exciting. No, everything, all of it. I'm excited for all of it. I'll probably emit a burp at some point because I didn't manage to get a burp out of you. You're a little burp miser is what you are. Burning the candle at both ends turned into a signature style. Tieflings are kind of like the flagship race, just because they, you know, embody gay culture so effectively. The gradual realization that D&D was kind of a crystallization of every interest I've ever had, and a just something that really embodies all the things that I love. But I kind of like my own elephant people better, because obviously I homebrewed elephant people.
Of course you did.
I wasn't not going to do that.
You did that as a child, you just didn't know it was for D&D yet.
Essentially. I feel bad when people call me a min-maxer, but like, she's certainly gotten a little bit more play. Nope. I despise it. Because everybody likes that, you know, that rush of feeling like a nerd.
Especially over the last year or so, I've really just accelerated the amount of D&D that I have in my life.
I have watched enviously like a stunted goblin watching a mighty hero striding through the dungeon. I've watched your meteoric rise. Canonically, like in real life, my wisdom is very low.
We're trying to trick the algorithm.
Ah, okay, right. Phoebe is on this one, so
Yeah.
this is my baby.
This video has the extreme benefit of.
I have a baby. So even if you find me, like, viscerally, ontologically repulsive, at least there's my baby. Canonically. Canonically, there's more humans in the Forgotten Realms. It doesn't make sense for there to be a party of 12 players, though, where 4 of them are tieflings. That doesn't make sense with accurate demographic. So you're never going to talk enough for everybody, especially on Facebook. We'll have our crosses to bear, and mine is that I cannot lactate. The craziness of it has definitely come home, but I mean, craziness is what Extra Life is about, right? That's what the people pay to see. My name is Bennett Candy. The idea that they say, hey, I'm going to do this for 24 hours, you can pay me to do this, and then for some reason people do pay them, and that's, I guess, how fundraising works.
I mean, bold of you to assume that we will be able to read at that time.
That is a bold assumption, I suppose. You've been rolling this whole time?
Last little bit.
Oh man. And I'm never going to watch this video, by the way, because I hate the sound of my own voice and the sight of my own face. So I'm just saying these things and I'll never see them again. But I'm glad that you are watching this, and I hope that the sight of my face and the sound of my voice do not, just kind of fill you with that sense of wrongness that they do for me, and that the prospect of watching me do things for 24 hours or some pretty hefty chunk thereof is like, a draw for you.
I mean, we hope.
Donate to my Extra Life campaign.
All right, I think that's good.